These are the 5 traits that you need to excel at and work on to have your own successful business. I've been a business coach and consultant for 33 years, and this is what I know and I've learned, and I think you can benefit from it. Now, we are horrible at self-assessing ourselves in what our weaknesses are. And we can certainly look at others and identify it pretty quickly. But these 5, if you do it properly, you are going to get the success that you need. I'm going to tell you how, because at the very end, this is the real secret to making sure that you get to the next level. Because there are a lot of people who want to be entrepreneurs or want to have a successful business, but they get stuck. They get stuck in some place in the journey, and you're going to find it that in these 5 you will see where they are stuck and how to get away, because I will also give you some tips on how to solve that. The very first one is find inspiration. If you don't have inspiration to reach a goal, you can never get there, because if you lose it, and it's very easy to lose inspiration, you're back to where you actually started. There is an entire industry built around this, and certainly if you have trouble with it, the obvious one is a dream board. Make sure you have a dream board. Make sure that it's right in front of you. Make sure that you see your goals every day as much as possible, that it's on your mind almost 24/7, and that is going to help you to keep that inspiration. Number 2 is be disciplined. This is a tough one. In a world where instant gratification is the norm, being disciplined is very, very hard, because a lot of times in business you need to be at it for a very long time before the fruits of your labor actually come into fruition and you actually start getting success. So this is hard. So the way to do it is to make sure that, again, there's an entire industry around this too. And so finding a tracker, a habit tracker, is, I think, one of the cheapest and best ways that you can do it for yourself. The habit tracker is going to basically track what you're doing on a daily basis towards making sure that you are working towards that goal. So a habit tracker is an important tool, but make sure that you're disciplined, and the key is to do something, anything, even, it doesn't matter how small it is, every single day. Number 3 is fail small. A lot of people don't realize that when you have a concept, you have to test it out, because you will have many, many assumptions. And the cost of failure has never been lower in human history, because you can test concepts very, very small with the advent of, the digital world and the social media, etc. You can test your concepts up pretty easily. So never ever, because this is a big mistake, is where people go in with all kinds of assumptions, and they go in spending a lot of money, so and you could even see that with big setup costs like restaurants, etc., where you have to, the sunken costs are huge. So, but if you actually start small, test it out, see what happens, and build from there. So make sure that you fail small. And the best thing to do is to make sure, in order for you to do this, is to get a coach, because your coach is going to be able to show you how to fail small instead of taking it to where you want immediately, because everybody wants to jump into success. They don't want to build it, but you have to actually build it. And your coach should be able to show you where you can go wrong and all the assumptions that you're making, as well as give you tips on how to fail small so that you can build that concept up. Number 4 is accountability. Accountability is something that we don't see enough of today, that's for sure. But you have to hold yourself accountable, and you have to make sure that what you are putting out into the universe and what you're committed to, that you actually do. Now, most important thing for accountability, again, an entire industry is built around this, but one of the things that you can do is obviously have a tracker and a coach. Both of those together are really should be able to get you with accountability in terms that the coach is going to keep you accountable to your goals and to your actions, as well as a tracker. You're going to see exactly what is going on, because you're going to be able to track your daily progress, your daily tasks, and see whether you're accomplishing or not. But accountability is important, because also what accountability does is after a while you get very confident, because then you know that you can do this. And at the beginning you might be unsure, but when it becomes a habit, it's very powerful. And number 5 is motivation. Not to be confused with inspiration, but motivation is something that is needed on an ongoing basis. And the best way to do this is definitely networking, making sure that the people that you surround with are people that are like-minded, that have the same goals, the same dreams as you do. That is going to help you tremendously. So the network, and there's an old saying, your network is your net worth, and it's true to a large extent. So make sure that you have the people that are around you to give you the motivation, because there are going to be days that are not going to be great days for you, and to see others doing in the same journey the same thing that basically you're doing, which is having to have a successful business, and seeing that they too don't have, every day is not a great day, but that they get through it and there's success on the other side, which is worth it. So even the bad times, well, the good times certainly, or the rewards certainly make up for that. So, and that's very, very important. So making sure that you're constantly motivated, and also the network that you have is going to be keeping you, because when you're down, they'll say, hey, you know what, keep going, I've been there, etc. And likewise, when others in your network are down, you will motivate them up as well. This is truly important. But what is the key to actual success here, like I mentioned? So let me give you that. Everything in this list of 5